Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me and see the screen? Everybody, please do tell me fast. Yes, a very warm good afternoon to everybody. Bhumi, Kriti, Kirti, Yamini, Anushika, every Calvin, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon to everybody. So today we are going to start with a brand new chapter, that is structural organization in animals, and today's topic is epithelial tissue and muscular tissue. Yes, good afternoon Abhijit, good afternoon Anantu also. Done? Yes. Yes, we are having epithelial tissue, then comes the connective tissue. But connective tissue is a bit lengthy, so we will connective tissue in the next would be. Can you all hear me properly? We'll once refresh the page. I think now is it fine and okay for everybody? Now is it okay and fine for everybody? Just tell me yes or no on the chat box. Hope it won't happen in between. We'll do a refresh if it happens in between. Done. So today's class is structural organization in animals, and today we will be discussing with the topics epithelial tissues and the muscular tissue. Have you all hit the like button? All of you, those who are watching the session, have you all hit the like button? Come on. Go hit the like button and come back to the session, everybody. This is the amazing schedule for the day. You had the class of body fluids 9:15, guys. Have you all joined and attended the class of body fluids? Tell me. I have found only very few students in the class of body fluids also. Yes. Hope you all have attended that. So those who have not attended that, please do attend it and okay, move continuously with that. Otherwise, you will have a lot of portion in painting. 5 p.m. for NEET 2021, you will have the NEET modular part test number 1. Okay, so 9 p.m. I'll be coming live with a rank booster series of morphology. Okay, morning I was a bit busy. That is why the session was scheduled to be at 9 p.m. So let's get started with the super amazing session. Give me hearts on the screen, everybody. So let's get started with the super amazing class. Come on. Yes? Yes. So, guys, what is a cell? What is a cell? What is a cell? Tell me. This is going to be a live interaction class too, so be along with me. Okay, so what is a cell? Yes, tell me, what is a cell? Yes, cell is a basic structural and functional unit of life. Done. So that is what is cells will unite together to form the tissues. Okay, a group of cells will together forms the tissues. A group of tissues performing a similar function will comes to form an organ. And a group of organ forms an organ system, and a group of organ system forms an organism. Clear, everybody? So in this chapter, we are going to study about the tissues. Done. because we have already studied about the cell division, everything. Am I right or not? Is it clear for cell? Yes. In unicellular organisms, I think the audio is breaking. Yes. In unicellular organism, all the functions like digestion, respiration, excretion, and reproduction are all performed by a single cell. Right, guys? In unicellular organism, there is no specific structures or organs for all these respiration, that function, respiration, digestion, reproduction. Almost all the functions are performed by a single cell itself. That is why they will only have one cell in. Okay, that is why since they are a single celled organism, you will call them as a unicellular organisms, right? However, in a complex multicellular organism, some basic function is carried out by different group of cells arranged in a well organized manner. So what is a tissue? A group of What is a tissue? A tissue is a group of similar cells with intercellular substances having similar origin and performing a specific function constitutes the tissue. Done, everybody? So what is a tissue? A tissue is a group of cells, a group of similar cells which are having the similar origin and that perform a similar function. Done, everybody? Is it clear for everybody? Yes. So a cell is a basic structural and functional unit of life, whereas a tissue is a group of cells performing a similar function. Is it clear for everybody watching the class? Yes, thank you so much. In the human body, we have to study about four basic types of tissues. How many types of tissues? Four basic types of tissues. That is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and the neural tissue. Okay, you have to study about the four basic types of tissues, which is the epithelial tissue, the connective tissue, muscular tissue, and the neural tissue. Based on the location and function, the animal tissues are classified into epithelial tissue. Okay, how many are there? Epithelial function, connective tissue, muscular tissue, neural tissue. What is the function of neural tissue? Tell me. They are those tissues which are associated with the nervous system. Okay, neural tissues are associated with the nervous system. Muscular system helps in the movement, right? Muscular tissue helps in the movement. Connective tissue helps in connecting. Okay, muscular tissue helps in connecting. For providing connections, you will use the connective tissue. Epithelial tissue will act as a surface of protection. It covers all the body parts. It covers almost all the body parts and they will help in the protection. Okay, done, everybody. So these are, before we start, we have to go through this. This is a table which I made for you. So please do take a screenshot, or when I give you the PDF of this session, please don't forget to take this down in your NCRT itself. Done. So what are the four different types of tissue? Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and the nervous tissue. Guys, at the last of the session, you will be having the mentee quiz. Okay, so stay tuned till the end. The epithelial tissue is originated from the three germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm, and the mesoderm. And what are the main functions of epithelial tissue? Protection, secretion, absorption, excretion, and reproduction. Okay, protection, secretion, absorption, excretion, and reproduction. Connective tissue is originated from the mesodermal layer. Its function is attachment, support, storage, protection, and transport. Muscular tissue is originated from the mesodermal layer, movement of body parts, and helps in the process of locomotion. Nervous tissue is from the ectoderm that helps in the control and coordination of the nerve impulse. Yes, tell me yes or no on the chat box. If up to here, is it clear? If up to here, is it clear for everybody? Along with from what is their origin. Yes, I think there is an audio breakage in between, but I hope it's okay, right? It's okay now. Yes. So this is not given in the NCRT, so you have to take it down in your NCRT. So today's class is all about the epithelial tissue. What is it? Our today's class is about the epithelial tissue. It is commonly referred to as the epithelium. It is commonly referred to as the epithelium. It has a free surface which faces either a body fluid or the outside environment. Guys, our skin and all is made up of this epithelial tissue. Either it will be facing a particular body fluid, that is either it will be facing a particular part to inside the body, or it will be facing the outside environment. It provides a covering or a lining for some part of the body, and these are compactly arranged. What do you mean by compactly arranged? They are very tightly packed with little intercellular matrix. Okay, they are very tightly packed. Okay, they are very tightly packed with very less intercellular matrix. Okay, they will be like compactly arranged with very less intercellular matrix. Yes, epithelial tissue can be mainly classified into simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium is composed of single layer of cells. They will be composed of they will be composed of a single layer of cells. Okay, whereas compound epithelium consists of two or more cell layers. Okay, the function of simple epithelium is they function as a lining for the body cavity, duct, and the tubes. They will be functioning as the lining for body cavity, duct, and the tubes, and the compound epithelium is protective in function. Have you got it? Have you got it? Epithelial tissue has a free surface, the surface of which either faces the body fluid or some parts outside the body. This provides a covering or the lining for some part of the body. And these cells are compactly packed with a very little intercellular matrix. And what you will find? You will find two types of epithelial tissue. Mainly there are two types of epithelial tissue. Simple epithelial and compound epithelial tissue. Simple epithelial tissue is composed of a single layer of cells. Compound epithelium is composed of two or more cell layers. What is the function of simple epithelium? It functions as a lining for body cavity, duct, and tubes. Compound epithelium is protective in function. Guys, look, they are composed of a single layer of cells, right? This is a single layer of cells. That is why they are referred to as a simple epithelium. Simple epithelium, it is composed of single layer of cells. On the basis of the structural modification of the cell, simple epithelium is divided into three types. Very important. This is a previous year MCQ question. Guys, what is the main classification? What is the main classification? Intercellular matrix, any components can be there. There can be any components. Any components. Mostly you will find polysaccharides. That is carbohydrates and proteins. All those things you will find in the intercellular matrix. Small salt will be there. So many substances would be present in the intercellular matrix. Clear? So guys, this is a very important statement. Simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium is mainly classified into three types. That is squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, and the columnar epithelium. What are the three types? Repeat along with me on the chat box, guys. Come on. I'll give you just 20 seconds to repeat that along with me on the chat box. What are the three types? Squamous, cuboidal, and the columnar. Right? Yes, repeat it along with me on the chat box. What are the three types? Yes, very good. Squamous, cuboidal, and columnar epithelium. Yes, and what is the speciality? It is composed of a single layer of cells. Done, everybody. Yes, very good, Anushika. So we are moving on to the very first type, that is the squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium is known as the pavement epithelium. That is, it is a single thin layer of flattened cells with irregular boundaries. Okay, where is the squamous epithelium found? They are found in the walls of blood vessels, air sac of lungs, and forms a diffusion boundary. Okay, from this part, the thing that is coming or as a question for your exam is like they will be asking you, yes, pseudostratified epithelium is there. We don't have to study about it pseudostratified, but we'll come across certain questions at that point of time. I'll tell you what is pseudostratified and all. Okay, so from this part you will be getting the questions like name the type of epithelium which is present in the walls of blood vessel, or name the type of epithelium which is found in the air sac of lungs, or name the type of epithelium that forms a diffusion boundary. The answer is squamous epithelium. What are the main function? Protection, excretion, gas exchange, secretion of coelomic fluid. Give me thumbs up on the chat box. Give me thumbs up on the chat box if this is absolutely clear for you. Yes, oh my god, 10 students watching the session. Have you all hit the like button for you? Yes, stay tuned till the end. Today's mentee will be super amazing, competitive mentee today. Yes, based on today's class, we'll have a strong mentee quiz today. If you all stay till the end. So the location is very, very important. Please take the short notes. Okay. Walls of blood vessels, air sac of lungs, diffusion boundary, squamous epithelium or pavement epithelium. It's a single thin layer of flattened cells. Let's move on. Look, the epithelium found in the walls of the blood vessel, you will call them as endothelium. What you will find them? You will find them as endothelium. Okay, this is the new endothelium. It is a type of epithelium that covers the. It is a type of epithelium that covers the walls of the blood vessel, or that covers the wall of the internal organ. It is endothelium. Okay, endothelium. And this is the epithelium which is found in the alveoli. Clear? Next is the cuboidal epithelium. Look, guys, is the cells arranged like a cube? Is the cells arranged like a cube? I'll draw it once again. Look, is the cells looking like a cube? Is this looking like a cube? Right? Yes, it is looking like a cube. So that is why you will call them as the cuboidal epithelium. It is composed of single layer of cube-like cell. How is it? What is the shape of the cell? It is a cube-like cell. Okay, cube-like cell. It is commonly found in the duct of the glands and tubular part of the nephron in the kidney. Where do you find the cuboidal epithelium? It is found on the duct of the glands. Okay, those structures that secrete certain enzymes or hormone, that is found in the duct and the tubular part of the nephron, and the tubular parts of the nephron in the kidney. What are the main functions? What are the main function of cuboidal epithelium? Secretion and absorption. What is the main function of squamous epithelium? Protection. What is the main function of cuboidal epithelium? secretion and absorption. The cells may have a microvilli. Look, guys, sometimes the cells have microvilli. Sometimes the cells will have a microvilli. Okay. So tell me, what are the main functions of the squamous epithelium? What? Yes? Guys, can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Yes. Yes, Rajneet, what is mesothelium? Mesothelium is a layer of cells, a layer of tissue in epithelium that surrounds the organs of the chest, pleural membrane, that covers along the region of the chest. Okay, those layer of tissues or epithelium that covers the chest, you will call them as the mesothelium. Done? Done. Yes. So the main thing you have to study epithelium of PCT of nephron. You will find a cuboidal epithelium. It's a very, very important one. Okay, it's a very, very important one. PCT of nephron. That is, I hope you know the meaning of or the full form of PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. You will study in the next chapter excretory product and elimination. Okay. So guys, this is the nephron. Okay, it is found, the cuboidal is found in the duct of the glands, tubular parts of the nephrons of the kidney. I will anyway, yes. Next is the columnar epithelium. Next is the columnar epithelium. Should I refresh the page once again? Yes, I think I should refresh the page once again and I'll come back. So I'll refresh. I hope right now you all can hear me properly, right? Network is not at all stable. That's the reason. Right from the morning onwards, using this network, right? Maybe because, yes. Coming back to the class, everybody, columnar epithelium. It is made up of tall and slender cells with their nuclei at the base. Look how the cells are looking like long, slender cells with their nuclei situated towards the base. It is found in intestine. This layer has microvilli and is called the brush-bordered columnar epithelium. Okay, so guys, the columnar epithelium having microvilli, you will call them as the brush-bordered epithelium. Very important. Where is it found? In the intestine. What are the other locations of the columnar epithelium? It lines the stomach, intestine, gallbladder, bile duct, etc. Done? So guys, what are the three types of epithelium? What are the three types of simple epithelium? Squamous epithelium, which is a thin flattened cells that is associated with the function of protection. They are found lining the blood vessels along the walls of the alveoli of the lungs. Second one, we discussed about the cuboidal epithelium. The cuboidal epithelium are flat cube-like cells, and they are associated with the function of secretion and absorption, right? And they are, where are they found? They are found in the duct of the glands and PCT of the nephron along such parts. And what is columnar epithelium? They are tall, slender cells with their nuclei at the base. Guys, have you studied about this in your 9th or 8th or 10th or wherever? In 10th, there is nothing about these tissues. Have you studied anything about this in your 9th or 8th or whatever CBSE state or whatever students, ICSE students? ICSE students have studied, I think. ICSE students have studied this in their class 9th, class 6th, class 9th, everywhere you have studied. Yes, so you know what is this epithelium, columnar epithelium. You're not hearing that for the first time, right? ICC students have studied exactly like this. Exactly like this. Right? Yes, I still remember all these things which I used to study there. Yes, where is this columnar epithelium found? They are found in the stomach, intestine, gallbladder, and the bile duct. How beautiful. Look, when the columnar or the cuboidal epithelium, okay guys, two types of cells, that is the columnar or the cuboidal epithelium, bear cilia on the free surface, they are known as ciliated epithelium. They are known as ciliated epithelium. So ciliated epithelium are the, yeah, it would be better if you make short knots. Okay, because NEET exam, you don't have to go behind this essay questions or whatever, right? You have to prepare short notes. Whenever I provide the PDF of the session also, you have to make short notes. Or after reading your NCRT, you have to make short notes. Done? Because easily and quickly you can just recap through that. So when the columnar or the cuboidal epithelium bear cilia on their free surface like this, look, where cilia, what happens? It will convert themselves into the ciliated epithelium. Where are they found? This is at least 25 times repeated question. The ciliated epithelium, even the recently NEET 2020 question as well. They are mainly found in the surface of internal organs like bronchioles and fallopian tubes. The same thing will be asked. Name the type of epithelium found in bronchioles and fallopian tube. The second year they will be asking you which of the following is the actual location of ciliated epithelium. So they'll interchange it and ask. What is the main function? Due to the presence of cilia, they help in the movement of mucus, urine, egg, and the cerebrospinal fluid. Guys, what is cerebrospinal fluid? What is the cerebrospinal fluid? It is actually surrounding the brain and the spinal cord. Okay, brain and the spinal cord, which is coming as a part of the central nervous system. Which is coming as a part of the central nervous system. It is a fluid that surrounds the brain and the spinal cord. Yes, very good. You have missed about it. You have missed about it. CBSE students have missed a beautiful chapter in their class 10th. Neural control and coordination. You missed it, right? Yes. So guys, up to here we studied about some of the epithelial, simple epithelial tissue. That is how they are helping in the protection, how they are helping in the secretion. Right now we are entering a new part of the chapter, that is glandular epithelium. Yes, glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. Gland itself, you know what is the function? It will be the secretion. Secretion will be the function of the glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium can be unicellular. NEET 2020 question we are going to discuss right now. NEET 2020 question is what we are going to discuss right now. Glandular epithelium can be unicellular or multicellular. That is, unicellular means it consists of isolated glandular cell. For example, the goblet cells. What is the goblet cells? Tell me right now. My students are going to tell me what is the function of the goblet cells. Tell me. What is the function of the goblet cells of the alimentary canal? When we discuss the digestive system, we have told you. Goblet cells helps in one. Very good, very good. It is present in the stomach or and it produces the mucus. So the mucus secreting cells present in the alimentary canal is the goblet cells. that is unicellular in nature. Last year the question was asked, goblet cells is unicellular or multicellular. It is a unicellular glandular epithelium. Whereas a salivary gland is a multicellular. Whereas a salivary gland is a multicellular glandular epithelium. Very good. Very good. Yamini, Abhijit, Anandu, Devajit, Bhumi, Rajneet, Binaya, Kriti, Abhijit. Very good. Yes. And guys, one more thing, we have been frequently repeating these two terms as the exocrine gland and the endocrine gland. Exocrine glands means they have special duct. That is, the exocrine glands secrete particular substances known as enzymes. So name the structures that produces enzymes, exocrine gland. And name the substances or name the structures that produces hormones, that is the endocrine exocrine gland have specialized duct to carry their secretion, whereas the endocrine gland do not have any. Is it clear? Is it clear? Look, we have up to slide number 26. Right now we are in slide. I think refresh the page. Yes, is it fine? This technical glitch in between while taking a serious lecture is actually too irritating. Yes? Can you all hear me right now? Yes. So, have you all heard about this unicellular, multicellular, exocrine, and the endocrine glands? Have you all heard about the unicellular, multicellular, exocrine, and endocrine glands? And is it perfectly clear for everybody? Yes, thank you so much. So, guys, this is a diagram given to structure for a unicellular gland, such as a goblet cells that produces mucus in the alimentary canal. This is the multicellular gland, such as salivary glands present inside our body. Moving on to the next type of epithelium, that is a compound epithelium. Compound epithelium. It is composed of a multi-layered cells. It is composed of a multi-layered cells. It has limited role in secretion and absorption. Very, very important point. For this is a previous year NEET MCQ question. They have given you this diagram. They have given you this diagram. Okay, for the NEET exam, they have this diagram and asked, and the following properties were given, like composed of multi-layered cells, limited role in absorption and secretion. On seeing this point, immediately write down the answer. Okay, that is, it is a compound epithelium. They cover the dry surface of the skin, moist surface of the buccal cavity, pharynx, inner surface of the duct of salivary glands, and the pancreatic duct. The functions of compound epithelium: protection against chemical and mechanical stresses. Is it clear? So it is a multi-layered cells, limited role in secretion and absorption, cover the dry surface of the skin and moist surface of the buccal cavity and the pharynx. The main function of compound epithelium is a protection and chemical and mechanical stresses. Fill the chat box with the different colors of hearts, guys. Come on. Fill the chat box with the different colors of hearts. Come on. Fill the chat box with the different colors of hearts. Come on. Yes, compound epithelium. Up to compound epithelium we completed. Give me hearts on the screen. Yes. Yes, glandular is also a part of simple epithelium itself. Okay. Let's move with the next part of the chapter. Guys, for cell communication, okay, for communication between the cells, there is a need for cell junctions. Okay, for the communication between two cells, you need cell junctions. So there are mainly three types of cell junctions. That is the tight junction, the gap junction, and the adhering junction. Okay, what are the three? Tight junction, gap junction, and adhering junction. Tight junction helps to stop substances from leaking across a tissue. Okay, tight junctions helps to stop substances from leaking across a tissue. Gap junction facilitates the cell to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of the adjoining cell. Okay, the cytoplasm of the adjoining cells would be connected. Okay, the cytoplasm would be connected. Done, everybody. So there's cytoplasm. This is not the actual figure. I am just drawing you to make it clear. The cytoplasm would be connected. Okay, to facilitate the communication between two different cells for the rapid transfer of ions, small and big molecules, etc. So that is referred to as the gap junction. Okay, and what do you mean by adhering junction? They perform cementing to keep the neighboring cells together. So adhering junction is actually a particular structure that helps to keep the neighboring cells together. Act as a cementing layer for keeping the neighboring cells together. Done? I will share an image of the cell junctions in tomorrow's class. Yeah, interdigitation is also there. Interdigitation, they are connected to each other. Yes. Moving on to the next part of the chapter, that is the muscular tissue. Okay, next part of the chapter is the muscular tissue. Yes, give me hearts on the screen, everybody, and let's get started with the next part of the chapter, that is the muscular tissue. Come on, come on. Yes, thank you so much, Binay, Bhumi, Anishika, Debajit, Abhijit, Yamini, Kirti. Yes, thank you so much, everybody, and Anantu also. So next is the muscular tissue, right? What is a muscular tissue, guys? What is a muscular? Yes, Calvin also. Muscular tissue. What is a muscular tissue? It is a highly vascularized. What do you mean by highly vascularized? That is a high amount of vascular tissues are present. In case of human beings, what are the vascular tissue? That is the blood vessels, etc. Okay, and is comprised of elongated fibers, elongated cells called fibers, containing myofilaments. That is muscle filaments. Two muscle filaments are there: actin and myosin. Actin and myosin, you will study about this in the chapter locomotion. We will study about this actin and myosin and everything in the chapter locomotion. Human physiology, we have one detailed chapter. You know that the muscle fiber have the property to contract, to shorten, and to relax, to lengthen them. They also take part in locomotion and movement. Guys, can you just tell me what is the difference? Is locomotion and movement the same? Tell me yes or no, first of all. Is the locomotion and is the term locomotion and movements can be interchangeably They interchangeably used, or are they two different terms? So what is locomotion and what is movement? What is locomotion and what is movement? What is locomotion and what is movement? Just tell me. Yes? Yes, most of you are telling like they are two different terms. So tell me, what is locomotion, what is a movement? Come on. Yes, very good. Locomotion means we will be shifting from one place to another. Okay, we will be moving from one place to another. Like you are waving your hand, you are sitting, you are standing, all those are movements. All those are movements. You are waving your hand, you are stretching your hand, all those are movement, but it is not locomotion because you are not shifting your place. Locomotion is actually it is a type of movement from one place to another. Okay, all locomotions are movement, but all movements are not locomotion. When you're waving your hand, you're not shifting a place, right? You will never shift a place. You will study about this just for a general information I told you. Done. Here, the most important thing which you have to study is a type of muscle. There are mainly three types of muscle. That is the cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, and the smooth muscles. Cardiac muscles are found in the walls of the heart. Muscles are found in the muscles of the heart. Skeletal muscles are associated with the skeletal system. They are associated with the skeletal system. Smooth muscles are associated with the internal visceral organ. Have you learned about this earlier? Striated muscles, they would be having striations like this. Look, they are having striations. Look, you can find it over here. They will find what? Striations. They'll find striations, and they are multinucleated as well. Yes, smooth muscles they are fusiform, or they will be spindle shaped. What are the shape? They will be fusiform or spindle shaped. Either of the term you can use. Spindle shaped or fusiform, and they are uninucleated. Cardiac muscles, they are striated muscles, but they are involuntary striated muscles. Involuntary, but they are striated muscles. Clear? Yes. So let's check this in detail. First one is the smooth muscle. Done. Smooth muscle. Smooth muscles lack striations. They are uninucleated, spindle-shaped cells. What are the other terms that I used for spindle-shaped earlier? Tell me on the chat box. What was the other term which I used for spindle-shaped earlier? Tell me on the chat box, everybody. They lack striations, they are uninucleated, and they are spindle-shaped. Fusiform. Okay. Fusiform cells. It is not consciously controlled. That is, they are involuntary in nature. That is why they are called involuntary muscle. The smooth muscle cells are shorter than the skeletal muscle and have a single centrally large located nucleus. Okay, they have a single placed nucleus. Okay, they have a single nucleus in the center. Is it clear? Yes. Let's move on. Cardiac muscle. The cardiac muscles are found. They are striated muscles. Okay, they are striated muscles that are having intercalated disc. That is a specific function. Or okay, That is actually a very important function of the cardiac muscle alone. Okay, the cardiac muscles are striated. The cardiac muscles are striated muscles that are having specialized connection. That are having specialized connections called intercalated disc. The cardiac muscles are branched and interconnected together. Okay, they are striated muscles with a single nucleus, but they are involuntary in nature. Is the properties of cardiac muscles clear? Is the property cardiac muscles clear? Yes, we will have a final table on revising the cardiac muscle. Yes, is it clear? Done. So let's move on with the last and final, that is the skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles can be controlled by our consciousness, so they are called voluntary muscles. Cells or muscles are long, cylindrical, thread-like with striations. That is why they are called striated muscle. They have many nuclei located near the cell membrane and the function in voluntary movement of the body. Okay, they aid in voluntary movement of the hands, movement of the biceps and triceps. They are attached to the skeletal system. That is why they have got the term skeletal muscle. Done, everybody. Can we move on to the final slide? Let's have a quick recap on what we have learned so far about the whole differences between the skeletal and the smooth muscle that marks the end of today's super amazing session. Okay, everybody. So first, let's discuss about some of the differences. So read it along with me so that it will be easy for you. Yes. Skeletal muscles, they are present in the limbs, body walls, tongue, pharynx, and beginning of the esophagus. Smooth muscles, they are found in the esophagus, urinogenital tract, urinary bladder, blood vessels, iris of the eye, dermis of the skin, and the erector pili muscles of the skin. Cardiac muscle are present in the walls of the heart. Skeletal muscles, they are cylindrical in nature. Skeletal muscles, they are cylindrical in nature. Smooth muscles, they are spindle shaped or fusiform in nature. That is a previous year question. Okay, and cardiac muscle is again cylindrical in nature. Skeletal muscles are unbranched. Smooth muscles are unbranched. Cardiac muscles are branched. Due to the branched nature of cardiac muscle, they lead to a particular structure called formation of intercalated disc. They lead to the formation of intercalated disc. Next is a multinucleated condition, uninucleated condition, and cardiac muscles is also uninucleated. Skeletal muscle is voluntary, smooth muscles is involuntary, cardiac muscle is involuntary. Striations are present, so light and dark bands are present. Light and dark bands are absent, that is why they are called non-striated muscles. Here small light and dark bands are present, that is small striations are seen. Is this 5 to 6 differences clear for you? Give me hearts on the screen, everybody. Give me hearts on the screen and let's move on to the final slide of the day. Yes. Look, look, the skeletal muscle will soon get fatigued. The skeletal muscle will soon get fatigued. That is, they'll soon become tired. Smooth muscles, they won't get tired easily. Cardiac muscle, they never get fatigued or never get tired. They are called striated or voluntary muscles. They are visceral or involuntary muscle. They are called heart muscle. Cardiac muscles will undergo rapid contraction. Smooth muscles will undergo slow contraction. Skeletal muscles will also undergo rapid contraction. In skeletal muscles, the blood supply is abundant. In smooth muscles, it is scanty. And in cardiac muscle, it is abundant. Yes, no oblique bridges and intercalated disc. There is no intercalated disc present. No oblique bridges and intercalated disc present. That's only intercalated disc are only present in the cardiac muscle. Done. Skeletal muscle will have a nerve supply from the central nervous system. Smooth muscle will have a nerve supply from the autonomic nervous system. Cardiac muscle also will have a, you don't have to study these much of things. Okay, you don't have to study these much of things. You just have to study intercalated disc are present in cardiac muscle. 1. Okay, cardiac muscle will undergo rapid contraction. You have to study all these points. Okay, only those points which I have highlighted you can study. From this slide, the last slide was important and every point was necessary. From this slide, only those points which are highlighted for you can study. Done, everybody? Is it clear for everybody? So that marks the end of today's super amazing session. That marks the end of today's super amazing session. Yes, tell me yes or no on the chat box. And are you excited for today's mentee quiz, everybody? Ready for the mentee? Yes, let's move on to the mentee. Don't know whether it will work properly, but anyway, we'll just try it. Okay, we'll anyway try it off. Oh my god. Oh my god, today's session is not there. What happened? Yes, it is over here. Yes, everybody can go to slido.com. Everybody can go to slido.com. Go to slido.com and you can use the code will be right now displayed on the screen, everybody. It's taking too much of time. Yes. So guys, you can go to slido.com and use the code 224397. Somebody please type it on the chat box. Go to slido.com and you can use the code. Yes, code is right now on the screen. I'll activate it. You can, by the time you can join also over here. 224397 is the code. Yes, hope everybody will be joining. Yes, guys, you can join right now into this quiz. Yes. Please be fast. Join the quiz faster, guys. Everybody have to join. Go to slido.com and use the code 224397, which is the code for today. Yes. Starting the, I haven't found Abhijit and Calvin over here. Yes. Starting the quiz in 3, starting the quiz in 2, starting the quiz in 1, and the first question is right now on the screen. 8 players on the screen. I can see in multicellular animals, a group of similar cells along with intercellular substances perform a specific function. Such an organization is called epithelium, organ, tissue, and organ system. Yes, very good. Very good. That's the power of my students. Tissue is the correct answer. Moving on to question number 2. The epithelium of dash part of nephron in the kidney has microvilli. PCT, DCT, HL, that's Henle's loop, and the collecting duct. Yes. Very good again. Very good. Students' power. Yes. PCT or the proximal convoluted tubule. Moving on to question number 3. Read the following statements. Read the following statement and find out the correct statement. Read out the following statement and find out the correct statement. The squamous epithelium is involved in functions like forming a diffusion boundary. The cuboidal and columnar epithelium help in secretion and absorption. The function of celiated epithelium is to move particles or mucus in a specific direction. All of the above. 86% with all of the above. I don't know who have made it wrong. Find out the correct statement. Yes, you have to find out. Check it out. You're asked to find out the correct statements, guys. Squamous epithelium involved in diffusion boundary, correct. Cuboidal epithelium, secretion absorption, correct. Epithelium is to move particles and mucus in a specific direction, correct. So the all statements are correct, right? Moving on to question number 4. A single layer of tall, slender cells. Yes, a single layer of tall, slender cells found in the lining of human stomach, which helps in secretion and absorption, is comprised of columnar epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, squamous epithelium, glandular epithelium. What is this, guys? What is this? It's not the glandular epithelium. It's not the glandular epithelium. It's the columnar epithelium. Last and final question on your screen, and let's see who is today's mentee winner. Smooth muscles are involuntary, cylindrical, striated; voluntary, spindle-shaped, uninucleated; involuntary, fusiform, non-striated; voluntary, nucleated, cylindrical. Yes, 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 yes. Guys, it's not striated. It's not striated. Okay, it is a non-striated, involuntary, and fusiform. Let's see who is the winner for the day. Anandu is the winner for the day with 5 on 5, then followed by Yamini again with 5 on 5, but you have taken 0.52 seconds. Bhumi 5 on 5, very good. Hearts 5 on 5, Deepujit 4. The correct hardest question was this. Yes. Let me show you. Let me see point. The others too.